Good morning. Welcome back to the Roundtable. If you are a frequent listener, you know what that music means and you know what's going on because you're frequently checking out riblogger.com for all the top events here in Rhode Island. And on the line with us is Jennifer Geaber with riblogger.com. She runs, again, the best events website in the state. No longer are you wondering what to do on a rainy day, or no longer are you wondering what to do on a nice sunny day. It's all there. And don't forget to check out that dining guide. Jennifer, welcome back to the show. What are your top 5 events this week?
Okay, so the first event that I'm going to mention, we always talk a lot about food and, local beer and local stuff. So always. I came across a really great healthy idea for those of you that have had a marathon or a half marathon on your bucket list. And if you've ever tried to do it, like I've done it a few years ago, and you download these training guides, and it's really hard to go through the process alone. So USA Fit Providence will be offering a quote-unquote start training for a full or half marathon course, and beginners are welcome. So if you've got this in your future or you've thought about it but don't really know how to go about it, it's a training group for runners and runner/walkers of all levels. It's in Providence, and you can join, and you'll get the structure and support you need in a fun and safe environment. It's not, it's they want you to succeed, so it's not intimidating at all. It's a 23 to 26-week course depending on your race date. May 7th is registration at 7:30 a.m., and May 14th is also another registration and orientation, also at 7:30 a.m. So you can get all the details on RI Blogger. It'll take you where you need to go, but if you've thought about it, it's definitely, it's a great way to start. So then moving on to food, May 9th at 6 p.m., Ellie's Bakery and Gracie's chefs will bring puff pastry techniques and tastes to Hope in Maine. Tickets for this interactive and intimate dining experience are actually on sale now, and it will sell out because it's a small, intimate setting. Sarah Riley and Melissa Denmark of Ellie's Bakery and Gracie's will lead the series, and you can experience a 3-course tasting menu that showcases the wonders of puff pastry in both sweet and savory ways. There'll be complimentary wine and beer, and it's just a great way to meet these talented chefs, and it'll be obviously amazing food, and you can learn something to bring back to your own kitchen too. So definitely worth getting your tickets in advance because it will sell out. Nice. Looking into some beach spring events.
Already.
I know, isn't it so exciting?
It's coming quick, yep.
I know, I love it. Misquamicut Beach Spring Fest weekend will be on Friday, May 13th, Saturday the 14th, and Sunday the 15th. And, it's exactly what you picture. I take my daughter every year, but it's like the ultimate, carnival experience as far as Rhode Island goes. Yeah. Rides, games, Ferris wheel, amusements, arts, crafts, jugglers, magicians, petting zoo. There'll be a stunt bike show and much more. So it's a great family event, something for everybody, and it's a nice time to get down to the ocean and, remind yourself of all the nice summery things to come. East Farm Spring Festival will take place on May 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 2095 Kingstown Road in South Kingstown. It's a perfect way to spend a spring morning, and if you're thinking or planning your garden, it's also a great way to get some knowledge. There's something for all ages. It's a huge plant sale, learning activities for all ages, light bulb giveaway. If you're like me, there's lots of empty light bulbs in your house.
Mine too, yeah.
I know. I was looking at them like, I have to get light bulbs, and I always forget.
Always.
Always, yeah. There'll be an Ask a Master Gardener's booth, free seeds, soil testing, and also the South Kingstown Farmers Market is there. They're there every Saturday. There'll be a photo booth, food, music, and so much more. So you can, bring your wagons ready to get your plants to put in your garden or get your landscape underway. Yep. And last but not least, tickets are now on sale for the Newport Waterfront Oyster Festival also. It is at Bowen's Wharf at 11 a.m. on May 21st and 22nd. It'll feature 14 Rhode Island oyster growers. They will join the Wharf Pub, Diego's, which is amazing, Fluke Wine Bar. Actually, all these restaurants are some of my favorites. Fluke Wine Bar and Kitchen, 22 Bowens, and Matunic Oyster Bar on the waterfront there. There'll be contests, beer and wine pairings, specialty cocktails, education about oyster farming and aquaculture and its environmental benefits. There'll be raw oysters, steamed oysters, fried oysters, Rockefeller oysters, stewed oysters. Yum. Any kind of oyster you can think of, really. So you can get your tickets now and plan ahead for that event. So definitely all 5 events worth planning in advance for. Yeah. And get your marathon training ready, too, or half marathon.
After eating all that food, you talk about drinking All those drinks, you definitely need to run a marathon.
Right, that's why I figured I'd put the marathon first, and then move into the food thing, so then you can plan all your food events around your marathon training.
Yeah.
Right? So you can catch all those events and many, many more on riblogger.com. And again, if you have events that you're holding, you can submit them. There's a little button in the top right corner that says Submit an Event, and it just takes you through the steps. It's easy to do, and you can get your event out there.
Awesome. riblogger.com. Check it out if you haven't before. It's one of my most used resources when I'm looking for something to do when I have my limited time off here in Rhode Island. Jennifer, thanks for being on. We'll talk with you next week.
So you